Welcome everyone, this is Mrs. Venti. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing difference of cubes. We are using the textbook Practical Math. This is grade 10. We're going to do on page 19 exercise P4/2. Question A says y to the power of 9 minus 1. So I know I have a difference of cubes because this is a minus sign. This is a power of 3 and this is power of 3, right? So that could be 1 to any power, y to the power of 3. So I'm going to give my two brackets, a binomial and a trinomial. Inside my binomial, I'm going to say y9 cube root. This is the same as saying y to the power of 9 divided by 3, which is y to the power of 3. So I've got y3. I didn't do my signs, so I've got the same sign, got a different sign, and a plus sign. So I've got y cubed in my first term in my first bracket. My second term in my first bracket is going to be the cube root of 1, which is 1. So that stays the same. To get this first term in the second bracket, I'm going to say that term squared. So y cubed to the power of 2 is equal to y3 times 2 equals to y6. Okay, my last term over here is going to be that one squared, which is still 1. The term in the middle is going to be the first term in the binomial multiplied by the second term in the binomial. So y cubed times 1 gives me y cubed. Now you would be tempted to stop there, but that won't work for us because we are not done. And the reason why is because we still have a difference of cubes, because I have a minus sign, and that's a cube, and that's to the power of 3. So I have to deal with that pink square. Okay, so to do a difference of cubes, I am going to say two brackets. One is a binomial, one is a trinomial. Inside the brackets I have the same sign, I have an opposite sign, and I have a plus sign. Then I'm going to say the cube root of y3 is y, the cube root of 1 is 1. Then I'm going to say the square of y is y squared, the square of 1 is 1, and then y times 1 is y. So this here is the pink bracket. Do not forget the gray. So we're just going to put the gray one there, y6 plus y3 plus 1. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your final answer. You cannot simplify any more than that. Y to the power of 12 minus 1 is going to give me two brackets, a binomial and a trinomial. I have the same sign in the first one, then I have opposite and a plus. So y12, again, if I'm doing this, y12 cube root is the same as saying y12 over 3, which is y4. Got y4 here and 1 there. Cube root of 1 is 1. In my second bracket, y4 to the power of 2 is y4 times 2, so that is y8. That is 1. And in the middle I have y4 times 1, which is y4. Again, this is not the simplest form we can get, so in this pink bracket, do you have a difference of cubes? Y to the power of 4 is definitely not in the cube, so it is actually a difference of squares. So if I was to do a difference of squares, I would say difference of squares is two brackets. One is plus, one is minus, one is y squared plus 1, y squared minus 1. And that will be the difference of squares over there. And then my second bracket, this one, I'm just going to bring it down. y8 plus y4 plus 1 remains untouched. Are we done? Good question. I don't know. Have a look. y2 plus 1, we cannot do anything there, but y squared minus 1 is again difference of squares. So what are we going to do? I'm going to bring the pink one down. I'm not touching it. Y squared plus 1. Then for my purple one, I am going to do difference of squares, which is 2 brackets. 1 is plus, 1 is minus. Y squared square rooted is y. 1, 1. That's my difference of squares. Now bring my gray bracket down. Y8 plus Y4 plus 1. And that is your final answer. Question C says 64y cubed plus 1. In order for us to be able to do this, we need to have a difference of cubes, but I have a plus sign here. And that is definitely not a difference, that is a sum. So how do I make a sum a difference? I am going to rewrite this as 64y cubed, and I'm going to write the 1 for the second term over there. But in order to make that plus a minus, I'm going to say plus is equal to minus times minus. And I am going to put this minus 1 in brackets. But remember, we are doing the cube, so this is actually 1 cubed. So I'm going to put a cubed outside of that bracket. That cube is important because you need to realize it is minus 1 to the power of 3, not just 1 to the power of 3. So now that I have a difference of cubes, because I have my minus sign, and I've got a cube root, and I've got a cube and a cube, now I can calculate. So I'm going to give me 2 brackets. One is a binomial, one is a trinomial. Inside the binomial, I have a minus sign. That's this one. I have a plus and a plus. So my first one is going to be the cube root of 64y cubed. And that is going to be 4y to the power of 1. Cube root of minus 1 cubed. Now, just pay attention here. I've got a bracket, minus 1 to the power of 3. And I'm doing a cube root. So what happens is that this cube root, which is one thing, cancels out that. So what's left is everything here. So what I'm going to put inside the bracket is going to be everything there. Minus 1 in a bracket. Let's look at our second bracket. My first term is going to be 4y squared, so that's going to be 16y to the power of 2. And my last term is going to be minus 1 squared. So minus 1 to the power of 2, minus times minus is plus, 1 times 1 is 1. So that just becomes positive 1. In the middle, I'm going to say minus, I'm going to say 4y multiplied by minus 1. So that is going to become minus 4y, because what I said was 4y times minus 1. Now, although this is the smallest power, I'm not exactly at the end of my answer, because I still have its multiplication there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say first bracket is 4y, minus times minus is plus 1. Second bracket is 16y squared, plus times minus is minus 4y plus 1. And that is your final answer. X plus y in brackets cubed minus 8. Now it's important for you to know that this x plus y is one term. It is one item. It is not separable. So x plus y to the power of 3 is one term. My second bracket is going to be x plus y squared. So if I say x plus y to the power of 2, this is going to be the first term squared, x squared. The middle term is going to be x times y times 2. So it's plus 2xy. And the last term is going to be y squared. So that's what's going in there. X squared plus 2xy plus y squared. My middle term, I'm going to say 2 times x gives me 2x. And 2 times y gives me 2y. And then my last term is going to be plus 4. And I close my bracket. Now before I sign off, I need to double check to make sure that I have no like terms. X, Y, 2, no like terms. X squared, XY, Y squared, XY, nothing. No like terms. That is my final answer. Thank you for watching. That is where I'm going to stop. I know there's E and F still remaining, but I'm having technical issues with my pen. So I hope this helped you. I wish you a very good evening, and I will see you in class tomorrow. All the best. Bye-bye.